What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, sporting in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is Yoshii. Yoshii the dinosaur. Yoshii the bringer of Mario to Princess Peach. Playing as Odin. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Thor. I love this one here. His name is Count Von Count. The map, for those of you who are uninitiated, to those of you, to the uninitiated, it's Tundra Pools. What is cool about Tundra Pools? Well, it's a hybrid water map, and I love hybrid water maps. I think they are the most interesting maps in the tournament pool and in the pool in general. Why do I think they're interesting? Because it requires a completely different strategic thought process to play. Completely different. And the final thing in the nail in the coffin of my as to why this is so much fun for me, you just get another point on the map where contention is going to happen. So you might look at this and say, hey, look, I get two safe fishing spots. Okay, yes, they are safe from your opponent's first dock, but your opponent can build a second dock. Your opponent can raid the fish with his army at any point in the game. You have to defend it. Then you have to build up a ship yourself, and that's going to put you back anyways. And all of these good things can happen, which is why I absolutely love it. Now, let's talk about the matchup, because I love this as well here. Yes, the matchup is a best of three here for the group stages of the Champions League. Yes. So, Count Von Count picking Thor, and we've got Yoshii picking Odin. What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? Well, the first advantage here that Count Von Count is going to get is that he hasn't really done it right, but he's made a decision here, and I'm going to talk about it later, but one of the big advantages here of Thor is that he only needs one ox cart early in the game. And that's to put on this tree, excuse me, and he can eat his goats and get a very fast advance time. Count Von Count on the other hand here, and you can actually get both the docks up and have a really, really fast advance time. Count Von Count on the other hand here has decided to not put the second dock up. He's decided to not even bother with that fishing side there. Instead, he is going for an incredibly fast advance time here with Thor. Now, I have seen this before. I have seen fast advance times like this from Thor, and this is obviously no exception. And this is going to be a brutally fast attack here from Count Von Count. He's got 4 fishing ships up. So, same 2 here does Yoshii. I'm not sure what Yoshii is doing here. Yoshii's is missing a fishing ship on this position. I'm not liking the build that Yoshii's gone for here in this game, in the slightest. Yoshii's temple's down a little bit late here as well. And Yoshii's going to be trying to defend here, but in all honesty, he's getting out an extra ox cart here. He's getting an extra dwarf out. He's going to be under pressure very, very early here in this game. And what really is Count Von Count going to be aiming to do now? Count did choose to go for Freya here. Now, Freya, good, bad. I prefer, even rushing here, I prefer to go with, in the Norse mirror, to go with Forseti here, because the troll is just so strong in this matchup. And we do indeed see Count over on this side, dropping a dock down here, to grab the fish over there. I'm surprised to see him go for that, in all honesty. If I was Count, I would have built a Ulfsark out and built this dock down a little bit later, put the longhouses down here, put my houses in my home base after I put the dock up. That would have made a lot of sense there. And we actually also see Yoshii on the other side here opting. Oh, no, he is moving in to drop this dock down, but he has an exposed gold mine in his main base. And we'll see how things are going to shape up here as Count is dropping double longhouses. He's got his fishing ships coming out. He has the exact cute amount that he needs there. The Valkyrie coming in to get a little bit of damage done on this position as the Hersa comes through to help out the villagers over there on that wood line. Will he be able to snipe that villager? Answer is no, as it manages to get into the tower. We see the Heimdall through for Yoshii as the Count Von Count Valkyrie dropping down. The forest fire, the villagers all all getting pulled away. Will he be able to get that? What? I don't know if... Surely Yoshii didn't do that on purpose. I don't know if you guys saw that, but Yoshii hit the caribou and it path blocked the Valkyrie so that the Valkyrie wouldn't get an extra shot onto the villagers. Now, it didn't actually save a villager because they're all healthy enough here, but crazy start there. Crazy decision-making, micro, whatever you want to call it, whether it happened or not, I don't know. There is a Black Lotus here. It's a pretty big relic to be leaving on the ground. Obviously not that important on this map because there's tons of hunt, but it's there nonetheless. As we do see a cheeky undermine onto this longhouse, going to be slowing the production of Count von Count down a little bit, but honestly, it's not really slowing anything down. That longhouse is not yet usable. He's just putting it up in preparation for the extra food he's going to be getting us now. He could also think about getting himself that purse scene upgrade, which isn't in just yet for either player. It's not the most important upgrade to get on a map like this with only 8 fishing ships, but still useful nonetheless if you can afford it. As the unit's getting pushed back here, Yoshii going to be trying to defend in his main base as best as he possibly can. I'd love to see this sentry tower getting focused down here by Count, but Count here, he's got his eyes set on these low HP villagers on the back as they're going to be getting pulled back, jumping into that tower over there, and Count will have to retreat back here as the throwing axemen going straight after this home gold mine here. I love those throwing axemen being in here. If you click right next to the gold mine and then you utilize passive stance, the throwing axemen can just sit here and not move while damaging every single dwarf that's there. As we do see 2 Hersa dropping on that position over there. More longhouses are now up. We see raiding cavalry throwing axemen coming through here for Count von Count against Yoshii, as Yoshii's going to have to continue to work out how he's going to be able to defend both his back forest over here, his hunt over here, and his gold on the front. Currently 65 population for Count to Yoshii's 55 population. So a significant advantage right now for Count von Count as the Hersa marching forward to look for a little bit of defense on this position here. 4 throwing axemen for Count to Yoshii's 3 does give a slight advantage over here as we do see a random Skrailing getting attacked back there saying, Count von Count saying, get out of here with that weak saw. It's going to be getting some damage done. Meanwhile, random Valkyrie just healing up the raiding cavalry before going to be moving back into the main base, trying to look for some more raids as the raiding cavalry coming around onto the back here, looking to take down those back villages there as well. As Count pulls back, needs some more houses. I'd still would prefer Count to not go full all in this game, drop some houses in his main base. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but we'll see how things are going to go. As one Ulfsark coming in, going to be able to take out a raiding cavalry here. There's more raiding cavalry getting a little bit of damage there as the 2 raiding cavalry pulling back. 1 villager going down on this side as well. Another low HP villager goes down as the Valkyrie almost goes down as it does go down. That's no more healing there for Count von Count in this game as he's pushing position at the front of the gold mine, still looking to take out those dwarves and everything else that's in there. As the units pushing through to get some good damage done, but not quite able to pick anything off as 2 raiding cavalry going down there for the 1 raiding cavalry of Yoshii. I think it must have been very low HP as Count returning back in onto this position, looking for some villager kills, but the army of Yoshii is already there. And Count von Count is still massing up an army. And the big problem that Yoshii's going to have here that he has to contend with is how does he get a second gold mine? Count von Count is right here. He's on this position. And not only that, Count von Count, he's going to have favor and he's going to be making Valkyries. So normally in this matchup, what ends up happening is the Freya user ends up not being able to make their Valkyrie and the Heimdall user ends up being able to make a ton of Einherjar. But in this matchup, because of the extra hunt on the map, because of the side fish here on both sides, Count von Count's got more than enough food here to deal with this. As we do see the dock getting taken down. Yoshii on this side needs to get out a longboat or something here. He can garrison the fishing ships in to at least save the fish that they've got grabbed here. We'll see if he's going to be able to go for that. As the army coming through here, going for a slight concave, and I think this is a really, really good fight here for Yoshii to take. And Count von Count, simply put, is just saying, I'm just going to retreat back here for a little bit, sniper raiding cavalry, and then just retreat back yet again. Nice play there from Count. He does not need to fight that, but the army is now in position for Yoshii to drop the dock down yet again. As Maxsec in the chat says, imagine forest fire there as the raiding cavalry coming through to hit the villagers on this position yet again. As Yoshii is at 101 population. Count von Count on the other side of the map here has got his 115 population. Unfortunately for Count von Count, he does throw the Valkyrie away there as the army on this position here for Count von Count, waiting for the upgrades to come through. Does he have an armory? No armory. One of the big advantages of playing Thor in this matchup is those armory upgrades, or are those armory upgrades, I should say, which are so invaluable. They're so cheap, and you should just get yourself copper mail, bronze mail, copper weapons. These kind of upgrades can be the difference between winning a fight and losing a fight, as Count finding himself stuck out yet again. He's trying to put a little bit of space between himself and the Einherjar that are on the warpath here, trying to get through. There's still 4 Herso here, 4 Count von Count to try and deal with those Einherjar, but there are like 7 thrown axemen there as well. Count at this point looks like he may be attempting to go to that next stage, but I feel like the timing here for Count, Yoshi's gold expiring, the timing here for Count is to get his armory upgrades and be fighting this army, not waiting for that heroic age. But we'll see if Count's going to be able to get there or not, as his armory is now up. The army here of Count von Count going to be looking for some house kills, looking for some villager kills, as the villagers here kind of still trying to figure out where they can grab resources from, as it looks like Yoshii is full sending forward, and the heroic gauge has been clicked up here for Count von Count, as the raiding cavalry swinging around here to take down these dwarves. Yet again, villagers on the front here by Yoshii. Very smart, because he's got all of his units on the front here. But Count, I mean, he can just rebuild the houses. It's not that big of a deal. He's getting more damage done to Yoshii than Yoshii is doing to Count here, especially with picking off those dwarves there. 3, 4 dwarf kills on that raid. Yoshii is in an incredibly difficult position here, and the gold is just about up for Yoshii. He's going to have to move forward onto this gold mine. He's going to be putting himself in a very difficult position. Count von Count getting himself a second town center on the front. Meanwhile, we do see the first raids making their way over onto this side of the map. Count von Count moving forward to find some more hunt here, it seems. As the raiding cavalry still searching around the map for villagers to kill. But here's the thing. The villagers, they have to move over onto this gold mine. The army of Yoshii has to defend this gold mine. There is no... we do see villagers up the top side of the map here, though, by Yoshii. This is a very, very strong thing for Yoshii to do, but he's been caught out. And as I was saying, Yoshii has to defend this gold mine. There is a frost here for Count von Count, so Count von Count can hit this gold, click the frost button, hit the villagers, and hit the army, and be in a really, really good position. But Count here is still losing military buildings. The buildings falling very, very hard here in the middle of the map. Meanwhile, Count's pushing up here to try and take out those villages that are in the middle of nowhere, as the raiding cavalry just dip, dive, dodging. Yoshii on the other hand getting closer and closer to being able to advance to the heroic age, as Count von Count is getting slowed down momentously here, because he just does not have his houses in a safe place. Losing the longhouses, not the biggest of deals. Still going to be able to build units and stuff, but right now, every unit Count von Count loses is such a big deal. But the villagers going down, Count von Count has got a huge villager population advantage at this point after all is said and done. Look at the goal, look at the favor as well. 60 favor in the bank. Yoshii, on the other hand, also has 60 favor in the bank. So both players are going to be able to get a ton, an absolute ton of frost giants here. But Yoshii, he needs to rebuild everything. We do see, or sorry, not Yoshii. Count von Count needs to rebuild everything. He's still sitting at 70 max population, as the raiding cavalry coming through to start harassing some villages here. There are other thrown axemen in position to take out these units for the time being, as they have to retreat away. We'll see how things are going to go here, as Yoshii with 8 villages on food, 15 villages on gold. He's got a prayer at the very best here in this game. All of his villagers right now are on gold. This is every villager he has in the entire world. Every villager. Count on the other hand, plenty of resources. In fact, he's ready to go to the Mythic Age here. He doesn't have a market up because he doesn't quite have the wood because he had to spend it all on everything else. But more houses coming down now for Count on Count as they've basically all been taken out. As imagine Count on Count just drops the frost down on this position just out of nowhere. As you do see the dock getting taken down on this position yet again. Count on Count realizing, you know, the more damage you can do to your opponent, the better. That is a weak position. You can definitely take that one out. As we do see a little bit of a raid coming in by Yoshii onto this position as Count on Count looks like he wants to retreat. He could definitely just turn around and shank that down if he so chooses. There's more raiding cavalry coming through to get the damage done. As Count is very distracted at this point, trying to get his houses back up. He's missing 2 houses still here, as he just has no wood income. Oh, that's Yoshii. Yoshii's got no. Count's got wood income. Both players hurting on the population here, it seems. As a town center is coming up now for Yoshii. Meanwhile, the army of Yoshii sitting in the middle of the map here looking for some villager kills. The Ainiyar are looking to hit some pressure here. If Count on Count gets caught out here, which is a very, very big possibility. Frost now, which I thought would have been very, very useful for Count on Count, has now started to look like it's incredibly useful for Yoshii. As look at the villagers. Look at the army. Everyone's converging onto the same position. Yoshii's 100% going to be using the frost now. He has to be thinking about that at this point. There's not the entirety of the army here, but this is more than enough for max value frost. Look at all the villagers there. How does he not click frost? Count drops his own frost down, and we see the frost getting dropped there by Yoshii. He misses a handful of those villagers there, as a ton of dwarves and gatherers do end up getting caught out. As Count on Count comes in with the remaining units he has in his army, he's going to be able to get a good amount of damage done onto Yoshii. Over here, we also see this Frost Giant managing to hard win the Frost Giant battle. As the both units, they pop out and they both get frozen, and they will forever freeze each other, ladies and gentlemen. If they just stay there, they literally stay there for 20 seconds each. They pop out and then they freeze each other again. It's absolutely hilarious. As they pop out, everyone's happy. Oh no, it's 20 seconds, right? So 15-second recharge time. As they come out, what? How does Yoshii win that? I don't know. I don't know what happens. I don't know what magic Yoshii has done on that position, but he's a witch. He's a sorcerer, and we do see the raids coming in onto those dwarves yet again. As the dwarves of Yoshii move up into this top corner, we do see Balder on the way here for Count on Count. As Yoshii, he is in a very bad way here, as he does not quite have the resources to get to the Mythic Age. The units getting cleaned up on this location. As the Frost Giant does pop out. It's now Count von Count coming in at this position as well. He's just about to be able to click that Balder, and these myth units that are coming in onto this position are just not going to be that useful here. Thank you for the 35 months for the CS. I don't know how to say it, but whatever. As we see the units still coming through. Count von Count biding his time. He's 98% of the way there. More villagers have come out. There's the Mythic Age for Count von Count as the Ragnarok gets dropped down. The Rag heroes are here. The myth units of Yoshii will be cleaned up. 192 population for Count von Count as Yoshii needs to figure out how he's going to be able to hold here against this Rag army that is coming for him. Thank you for the 2 months, F. Bredo. What is going on? Well, Count von Count is about to be piling through Yoshii here as Yoshii's making a break for it with those villagers. Will Count Von Count see that or not is the big question. He does see a villager moving off in that general direction, but he's not going to know it for certain. But more Rag heroes coming in over here. He's not going to see those either. Yoshii gets away here with those villagers cleanly. He's at least going to be in the corner of the map there, grabbing resources as the town center will start getting taken down. But the rest of this army is marching through. Yoshii is at 53 population as he is desperately trying to get the resources out that he needs here to win this game. But he just simply put, he's not going to have enough army here or units at any point to deal with Count Von Count's gigantic Ragnarok as Count marches in, he takes the town center down, and that is the game. Count gets the dub, leveling the series 1-1. Thank you for the 13 months, Joe, with the prime. Appreciate you, my friend. What a game here. Well played by Count Von Count. A solid strategy, solid execution. Absolutely loved it. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. I don't have much more to say about it. If you're on the YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.